Right, okay everyone, it's just a bit of a mess about tonight. Just thought I'd put a video up for the last, I've got half an hour. I've had my infusions and everything, and I said bugger it, I've got half an hour before it gets dark. Let's get out there and do a few holes. So I'm going to experiment. I'm going to use the orange ball for a few holes, and also the yellows, and I want to see for definite which one is better. Just let the traffic through. Yeah, I want to see which one's actually better tonight for visibility on a dark night and stuff. I want to get to the bottom which one's better. I think my god, it's chilly tonight. I still think the yellows are going to be the best, but I want to make damn sure. So I'm going to use the orange balls, and I'm going to see which one's better, the orange or the yellow tonight. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Orange, yellow. Yep. Get some of the little tees. You can find them. And some of the big ones and all. Right. Small one. Small one. Small. And I still got to get used to these irons. I mean, I played well at Castle Eden, I've got to be honest, girlfriends, but I'm still not 100% certain I've totally mastered the I'm still not totally convinced that I've mastered these irons yet, so I just want to keep going. Just a bit of a warm, just messing about. There'll just be some general chat, just me having a bit of fun tonight for the last half hour or so. Thank god it's cold. Freezing tonight. Wow, I'm really feeling it. Right, here we go. Should be alright. The main concern tonight is, are these balls visible or not? So I just want to play a few holes. I'll only be able to get 3 or 4 holes in, but I just want to make sure and I am seeing everything okay with these orange balls, and if they're slightly better than the white and the yellow ones, and obviously I want to get used to these irons as well. My god, it's freezing tonight. Jesus, I wasn't expecting it to be like this tonight. Wow, very, very cold. Wow, icy almost. I think I might have to put my other glove on. Jesus, I wasn't expecting this. Where is the other glove? Wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to put these winter gloves on. Absolutely freezing. And it's worth giving a go both these gloves, because I haven't actually given both the gloves a go at the same time. So yeah, might be worth a go of this. See if they're actually any good, these winter gloves, these right winter gloves. I've got the Callaway ones that are better, I would suggest, but I want to see how these do first before using the Callaway ones. Right, okay, we're now looking for a ball, and to be perfectly honest, I'm not seeing anything at the minute. No, I'm not seeing a damn thing. Oh, there it is, okay. So actually it's not too bad for visibility. It's not as good as, I don't think it's going to be as good as the yellow, but we're going to have to give them a go and see. I'm on the decent side, I'm on the first cut, but the rough's not too bad here at Wynyard, it's not too bad. So I'm actually in a good position to attack this hole. Not a bad position at all to attack this hole. Jesus, it's freezing. It is Baltic tonight. I'm lucky if I get in 3 holes, to be honest. Right, here we go. And we're looking, okay, top hybrid, going for the green. Right, again, slightly to the left, it'll come back down to the right and hopefully help us out. First time using both winter gloves. Let's see how this goes. It's off to the left. Plenty of room there though. It should be where the green is. I'll have a pitch on the left hand side. Should be okay, should be okay. Shouldn't be any worries. I should be fine with that. Should have a little pitch on, hopefully. So yeah, I'll try and get a quick move on if I can. Because like I say, I can only get 3 or 4 holes in tonight before it's pitch black. Because we're now talking 27 minutes past 3. And over here now, it gets dark at 4 o'clock. So I've literally got half an hour, I would say, before it's pitch black. Yeah, I've been playing on this course, you know. This is no different to the conditions in Castle Eden. Castle Eden, 25 quid. This winter fee's 45 quid. You know, nearly double the price, Wynyard. And to be perfectly honest, golf friends, it's like Castle Eden was even better condition than this. So to be perfectly honest, I don't see much of a difference. Castle Eden was great. I'm definitely just short of the green. Castle Eden was great. I'm going to definitely do some more videos there for you, winter conditions as well. So I'm definitely going to do some more videos for you if I get the chance to get to Castle Eden again and do some more videos, because I love that course. I really did. I thought it was brilliant. Like I say in my review, 9.5 out of 10. I mean, this is going to be a bit of an amateurish video, but it's just for me to get out and just play a few holes, to be honest. I've had my infusion today and I just said, bugger it, I've got time, I'm going to get out and I'm going to play some golf. Why not? Okay, 44 yards. 60 degree, here we go. Brilliant. As I say, I'm just experimenting tonight. Not much of a divot there to replace, so I think it's alright like that. Like I say, last half hour, just get some holes in. Right, I might as well bring this up. I know none of you are probably interested in this, and it's probably not your thing, but does anyone know how to get the Haunted Mansion Muppets on Disney Plus? Does anyone know how to get Disney Plus for a kickoff? Because I don't know how the hell to get it. It's not on Sky, it's not on Netflix, it's not anywhere, to be honest. And it's annoyed us because I would have liked to have seen that on Halloween. If anyone knows Haunted Mansion on anything, Disney Plus, how do I get Disney Plus and how do I get that? I tell you what, I'm just going to put with the gloves on. It'll be easier. And if so, do I have to pay for it? Can I stream it? Can I? If anyone knows, tell me, because I'm desperate to see it. I'm a big fan of them. I always have been. And I'd like to see it. I know it's a bit immature being 33, but I would like to see the Muppets. By default, pushed it right. It might be the gloves that I'm wearing, but it's a 5 anyway. So if anyone knows how to get the Muppets Haunted Mansion, please tell me, because I'd love to know how to do it. Most of you won't, because most of you will think what a big kid he is wanting to see the Muppets, but yeah. So the sun is actually going down now. I might only get through 2 holes, but I'm not bothered. I'm out, I'm playing. That's the main thing. I'm out, I'm playing golf, everyone's happy. Yeah, so like I say today, I've had my infusions. Now, to be perfectly honest, I don't feel any better for it yet. And they said I have to actually load up, I have to have my 3 doses in 3 weeks before I have any sort of effect with the drug. So, we'll see we'll see how this goes. If this doesn't work, we'll have to move on to something else, because it's getting very, very chronic now. I'm telling you, I'm getting very, very chronic. If I put up my Woodham video, you'll see what I mean by the brain fog and everything. It's just terrible now. And I've got to do something. But 3 doses of this in a row each week for the next 3 weeks, and that'll be every month or 2 months. But to be perfectly honest, I'm going to say to this Dr. Spate, look, for God's sake, I don't want this as long-term treatment. Do not give me this as long-term treatment, because we've got to get to the source. This is just going to mask the source. It's not helping. Let's get to the source and get it solved. Right, I'm going to go with a 6 actually. I'm going to experiment here going with a 6 with the cold weather, because I've been putting it short. So I'm going with a 7. With a 6, sorry, because it's icy cold. And really when it's icy cold, it's going to take a hell of a lot of distance off. Right, here we go. 6 iron. With winter gloves on, let's see how I do. God, it's Baltic tonight. Oh, well, I've lost it. That's what I've done. I've completely lost it. Oh, Jesus, that was an awful shot. Right, okay. I've accepted that's gone. Get to use the yellow. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. What a shot that was. Right, here we go. Next shot, 3rd shot. The yellow ball. That's better. That's heading off. It's faded well off to where that bunker is. That's back to the old fade. I think that's the more up and down swing, girlfriends. Yeah, that might have been it. That might have been why I ended up in the water, the up and down swing, and that's how I've healed it. It's gone into the water. Right, it's all right. I've sorted it out. I know I'm going inside out now. I'm going outside in. That's fine. I'm not gonna find that first ball. That's gone. That's in the water. That's kaput. It's finished. It's a casualty. I'm gonna have to have a ceremony for it and everything. That's gone. It's deed, buggered. No chance of getting that one back. But thank God it's just a practice round, eh? Thank God it's not a serious round where I'm counting my shots and everything. I mean, to be fair, I haven't even warmed up or out. It's icy cold and everything, and I've only got a few holes to play, so I'm not that bothered. I'm only bothered that that's £1.50 away. That's what I'm bothered about. That it's more than £1.50. It's £1.75 away. Those Wilson balls are good for winter. You see, they're very durable, and Castle Eden, I only used the one ball all the way around, so it's a little bit annoying I've lost that, because they're very durable, good balls. Obviously the Volvic are the very, very best, but you pay money for the Volvic. Here I am in the bunker. And you obviously pay your money, that's why you pay £2.50 a ball for the Volvics. £2.50, £3 should I say? Right. Take the 56 actually. I'm going to experiment with the 56 with a. This is what it's about, experimenting. And see what works, what doesn't work. I'm going to try the 56 for a little bit longer distance, see if I can get it out. That's how it's worked. Not 100% perfect, but I'm out. Absolutely okay, fine. We'll take it, we'll move on. I'll put it there. I'm going to put there for par. Well, a fake par, I should say. That was actually my 4th. But we're not counting scores today, it's just about warming up and everything. Same as Woodham, really. You can't count 16 holes the way I was. I was just an absolute... For 3 or 4 holes, I was in a daze. I was zombified. And I just wasn't with it at all. I wasn't well. So you can't really count them holes, but I'm glad. I might put it out there for you to see as to how bad. And maybe then something will be. Right, here we go. Come on. Well, what was that? 3 in the bunker, 4. That would have been a 6, I think. But we ain't counting, we ain't counting. Right, let's see if I've got another one of those orange balls, because we are supposed to be reviewing the orange ball. Yes, I have. We are supposed to be reviewing the orange ball, so that's what I'm doing. The Wilson orange ball. Like I say, it's only for a few holes. I'll probably get this one in, possibly the par 3, and that's it now, because it's getting really dark. Pin collect 2. Yeah, like I say, 4 o'clock, pitch black. I've got 23 minutes before it's absolutely pitch black. Okay, I'm going to go with the driver because I like using this driver at the moment. I'm trying to get used to this driver. So we'll go for the driver and we'll see from there. That's the tee box, that's the driver. Righty-ho. Yellow in the pocket, orange out. Tee it up, let it rip. If I can. I'm not going to totally rip it because I've got the winter gloves on and I'm freezing and stuff. I'm just going to take it easy, try to get it down there. But it's just trying to get used to this driver as well. It's getting used to everything, really. It's getting used to everything. Here we go. And I think that's alright. I think it's got to the left of that right bunker. I think that's going to be alright, actually. Although I didn't get the bomb height, it's alright. It will do very nicely. Where's me? There it is. Oh, my little shark's come off completely again. I'm going to have to get that sorted out. I'm going to have to stick another one on. I cannot have not having my little shark on me head cover. I cannot have that. It looks unprofessional. No, it's fine. I'll stick another one on when I've ordered a new batch in anyway. I've ordered a new batch in from China anyway. They're going to come through. I've cut the middleman out so I get them cheaper. Instead of paying £3 a thing, I'm paying about £1 each. I'm cutting out the middleman, which is good. Right, so that's a good drive. I should be able to find that. It's just how good's the visibility of the balls. Oh, there's the little chicks again. Well, I say little chicks, they're not little chicks anymore. Wow, look at the size of them now. All right, fellas, how you doing? That's it, enjoying the last of the evening. Yeah, me too. My God, you're big now. They're not as big as the mother yet. Hold on, I'll show you them. They're not as big as the mother yet, but they're starting to grow, these little chicks. I've known them. I've known those little chicks ever since the start, sort of, was it what time was it? Must have been summertime. But I've known them little chicks ever since they were little chicks. They're actually turning into decent sized birds now. But I knew them when they were little tiny things like that, honestly. I said, what the hell are them? They were little tiny chicks, have you? Oh, the chicks were ducklings, sorry, ducklings. Ever since they were little ducklings like that. And I've seen them grow every day, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And look at the size of them now, eh? Incredible. It's incredible in 4 months how quickly they grow. Absolutely incredible. They're almost the size of the mother now, so they'll be coming in. They'll be probably the equivalent of bloody, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 now. They're getting big. They are getting bigger. And yeah, it's fantastic. See, oh, here I am, right down the middle of the fairway, right smack in the middle of this tiny fairway. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Excellento. So yeah, yeah, it's amazing when you think about it. That's sort of things that people don't understand. They don't get a perspective on the golf course, but I get the perspective of it in time. How short it's been, a few months, and they've grown like that. That's incredible. Right. You don't realise it until a few months down the line, and you think, no, they're not the same chicks that I remember a few months ago, are they? But they are. Right. The two of them. 103. Taking the 52. Where's the 52? There's the 52. Right, here we go. Yeah, incredible. Chicks, not little chicks anymore. Here we go, 52 from 103. I reckon it's 109 now. It's 103 before. I don't think, okay, honestly, I don't think the shot scope's as accurate as it thinks, you know, as you think, but never mind. I'm going to give a 52 a go, and if I'm short, I'm short. Ah, it's a bit off to the right. Might be at the back of the green, actually. Well, that says it said 103, and then it changed to 109. Now it says 110 now. How can 1 minute it be 103 when I get to my ball, and then I go back and it says 109? I don't know. But I struck it well. It just went off to the right. Hopefully I'm putting on the green. Hopefully it hasn't gone right to the back. I mean, I kind of, oh, there it is, I see it. Yeah, it's sort of pin high to the right. It's okay, I'm putting. It's fine, it's good. It's happy hour, and I'm putting for par. After that disaster on the par 3, I am putting for par. So that's good. My golf game hasn't gone completely. It's just a little bit of a blip, because I think I was going outside in. Right. I don't think I'm going to get the last 2 holes in. Or can I? I don't know. That's what I've got left. Putting for birdie. No, I turned at the last second. That's fine. But I wasn't risk-free. I call it risk-free. It wasn't risk-free. I took the driver and I bombed it, didn't I? 15 minutes. Can I get these 2 holes in? Can I get? Don't think I can, to be honest. No, I'm going to go over to the 7th, and I'll do the 8th, and then I'll go back in. There's no way I can get 5 and 6 in. It wasn't risk-free, to be honest. I bombed the drive. I absolutely bombed the drive. Right. Oh, what? Today, 3 hours today, man. 3 hours sitting in a chair, getting bloody infusions put in you. Oh, it was horrible. Horrible. There was a bloke in there, mind, who was just like me, and I thought, bloody hell. And he was saying the same things as me. So I'm not the only one that's got problems like me, and they're not getting to it. And he was basically saying the same thing as me. Oh, I can't work, I can't drive and everything. And I just thought, it's no good telling me, mate, you're preaching to the preacher. I know exactly what you're going through, and I just nodded my head. But deep down I wanted to say to him, look, I know what you mean, mate. I know exactly what you mean. I'm going through the same thing, but I don't want to tell strangers my complete medical life history. But yeah, hopefully they get him sorted. And oh, it sounded even worse. He's for his colitis, because we'll move it to number 7, 3, that reckons. I'm going to go with a 6 and just take it easy, because it's do not damage. It's not worth it. Dee dee dee. What are the worlds? What are the worlds? Mr. Partridge. Hey, Mr. Partridge. What are the worlds? What? What are the worlds? Was that War of the Worlds? Aye, that's right. What are the worlds? Ah, that's right. Yeah. Terrible. Can't understand that, Michael. Alan Partridge. Alan Partridge talks about the army. Oh, they taught us a lot of skills in the army. Oh yeah, that's one thing that at least army taught you one thing, Michael. It taught you mechanics and maintenance. Aye, that and killing. What was that? Did you say killing there? Oh, I saw some terrible things, Mr. Partridge. Some of the things I can't even say to you, like, what, like people running out of burning buildings going, oh. You have to watch it, man, honestly, you have to watch Partridge to get it. Yeah, I can't do it, you have to watch it, it's the way Partridge is, man. That one when he's in the travel lodge all on his own, it's not the travel lodge, they couldn't call it travel lodge then for copyright, they called it the travel tavern. And he's stuck there and there's nobody else in the hotel and he's got no one else and he's bored out of his mind and he's going out. Right everyone, I'm going out. Anyone want to come to the garage with me? Breath of fresh air? No. He gets to the garage singing Bond, Goldfinger. He's the man with the miner's touch. But don't go in. And he goes into the petrol station. He goes, oh, hold up, give us all your petrol. Sorry, no, just joking. Nice display of pasties you've got there. Not that I'm wanting one, I'm just trying to make conversation. All right, what do you want? I'll have a dozen of those fluid wash bottles, please. All right, that'll be 60 quid. All right, thank you. What are you doing tonight? Nothing. Don't fancy going for a pint tonight, do you? No, I'm all right. All right, okay, just wondering, just asking. Thank you. And he goes out singing the Bond song again. Well, the golden girl knows when he's kissed her. It's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. It's terrible, man. I know the feeling, I know exactly what it's absolutely shocking when you're on the dark nights and there's nothing to do, and I know exactly what he feels like. Right, here we go. Putting for, bloody hell, this is for birdie. Concentrate, John. Go on. Oh. The last second. He's good Partridge, man. He's good Partridge. If you haven't watched it, golfers, honestly, Partridge, I mean, it's a bit dated now. It's from the 90s, but you've got to watch it. You've got to watch it. It's brilliant. He's done other stuff after that, Cougar and everything, but to be honest, he's only really been good at Partridge. I've seen his other stuff, and no, Partridge is he should have stuck doing that. He could have done that for years, like Gervais with Extras and The Office. He should have stuck to that, Ricky Gervais. But no, he's good Partridge. Right, here we go, driver out. I'm just going to try to wallop it down and see from there. It is a bit dangerous because I'm right up on the front tees, the winter tees. But I'm just going to give it a good bomb. See how far down I can get, see if I can leave myself 70 yards like the last time. It's the kiss of death from Mr. Goldfinger. Man and the Golden Gun's my favourite film. I love that one. I really love Man and the Golden Gun with Roger Moore and Christopher Lee as Scaramanga. Very good Bond film that. You want to watch that one if you haven't seen it, The Man with the Golden Gun. It's fine. I have to drop. When I hit it well, I've just hit it off to the left. It's gone over that left bunker, and it might be a lost ball. I hope it's not. I hope it's not a lost ball, but because I am not back from the white tees there, I think that could be a goner, because I've got so much extra room. And hit it well, nothing wrong with it, hit the drive well. A little bit flat, but I hit it all right. But that could be a goner. Yeah, it's a great film, that Man with the Golden Gun. Bit of comedy in it as well. The best bit when he's in that thing with the police officer in the car, and he keeps calling him boy. Oh, you're that 00 agent Bond, James Bond, aren't you? You're the secret agent from MI5. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm sure I'm glad to meet you, boy. What we're doing now, boy? We're going after the bad guy, boy. We're going after the enemy. Yeah, we're going after the bad guy and everything. I'm coming with you, boy. No, I don't think that's a good idea. No, I'm coming with you, boy. And at the finish, drives about and everything. He's chasing after what's his name, Nick Nack, and his car and everything or whatever. And then he gets to this bridge, and it's broken halfway through, and he has to go over the swampland, and the guy doesn't. He goes flying over, and then he stops Bond, and that Sergeant Pepper goes, listen, boy, you're not thinking of going over that bridge, are you? You're not. I sure am, boy. That was brilliant. Brilliant, Roger Moore. He always had the comedy side to him. That was the good thing. You always got to laugh with him. Oh yeah, I've gone straight over this bunker, and yes, this could well be a lost ball, because here's the rough here. Right, okay. Although, hold on, what's that? Is that a ball? Well, we're just seeing things. I think I'm just seeing things, to be honest. Yeah. Right, it's getting dark now. To be perfectly honest, I'll be honest. Oh, here it is here. No, it's not. It's better than I thought. It is better than I thought, actually. It's just got into this first cut. It was straighter than I thought. So again, my eyesight's deceived us. Not too bad. Not too bad. Right, let's see what we've got when we get here. I could possibly do the 9th as well if I can just get through this. If I can just get through it, I can possibly do the 9th, but it is getting very dark. Right, 124, when I get there, it'll be about 120-ish. It's going to be a pitch and wedge, no matter how much it is when I get there, because I have to get it opened. That's the flag there. Okay. 180 to the front, yeah. Okay, so a little bit harder, John, because you've got to get it over there, remember? You've got to get it on the green. It's on the downslope as well. I sure am, boy. I'm going to go for it. I sure am, boy. Right. Enough, John, just play the shot. Here we go. It's alright, it's drifting right. I tend to, you see, I'm still finding this weird how from down to sort of my 8 iron down to my pitching wedge, I'm drawing it. I get that. I get it going I get it going one way, right? I'm drawing it. But yet, from a 7 iron, 6 iron, 5 iron, I'm fading it. I don't quite get it. I've got a nice little now. If I aim that slightly to the left of the flag, I aimed straight for the flag and it went off to the right. Fair enough. But if I aim that slightly off to the left where that bunker is, and it would drew in nicely. Would have been in the centre of the green probably. But I'm not getting that. And then when I go past my 7 iron, when I get to my 7 iron, I'm fading it. I'm slightly fading it, and the 6 iron I'm fading it more than the 5 iron I'm fading it more. like, when you're playing golf, you can't adjust to that. You can adjust to the shot going one way. I can adjust to hitting a slight draw, and I can adjust to hitting a slight fade. But my natural shot, with an 8 iron down, which is a draw, my natural shot with a 7 iron and up is a fade. I'm not getting this. That's never happened before with a set of irons. It might just be the way they're designed. Maybe they've got more of a draw bias as you go down to the short irons. I don't know why they would do that, but maybe that's it. I just don't know. I really don't know. I don't really know. Okay, right, there I am, just on the fringe, putting for birdie. Nothing to moan about. I've played the hole okay. Oh, steady with the putt. Okay, maybe a tap this in for par. Come on. Now it feels unnatural, this putting with your winter gloves on, but it's freezing, so I'm keeping them on. Ah, never broke an inch. Okay, I've been a 4, but never mind. Never mind. I'm not a professional. It's freezing cold. I'm wearing winter gloves. I might go on and play the last for you golf friends. I might just do the last because it's getting pitch black now, to be honest. But I want to do the last and then walk up home. So yeah. So if you get a chance, if you haven't seen it yet, please watch the Castle Eden video. Please, not just to watch me play golf. Look at the course and look at the conditions and look at how. Remember, I played that the 22nd. Is it the 22nd? Yeah, I played that the 22nd of November. Right, 22nd of November. That is right in the middle of the winter, like it is now, freezing cold and everything. But just look at how well maintained that course is. Just look and see. You've got to see it for yourselves. For 25 quid, what you're getting. For what you're getting, it was bloody marvellous, that. And I tell you what, if I'm alright next week or the week after, I'm going to play it again. I'm going to try and get the Eagles Cliff first. That was be my first aim. If not, if I can't get to the 20 minutes to Eagles Cliff, I will play Castle Eden again. I thought that was a beautiful course. I really did. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And I tell you what, Wynyard's brilliant and everything, but I think Castle Eden's just as good. I really do. I really think Castle Eden's it's up to scratch with Wynyard. I really do. That's how high I rate it. Honestly, golf friends, I have no idea how high I rate Castle Eden when I think about it now. It's just a brilliant, mature course. I cannot pick one fault with this apart from the tyre marks. I really can't. So everyone in the northeast, get yourself down to Castle Eden and make sure you play that regularly, because that is a very, very good course. That's just my opinion. Watch the yourself, make your own opinions. Don't just go off me. Go off what your gut tells you. Brilliant course, really was brilliant. Here we go, 9th hole, driver out, give that and bomb it. Again, very flat, but I bombed it and it should be down there. Shouldn't be an issue. What a place Castle Eden was, man. Seriously. For 25 quid, that, like, if that was up in Scotland, it's like that Ladybank. I played that Ladybank, you know, and in the summer they were charging 80 quid a round, and that was back then. So they're probably charging about 100 quid now. Now I played Ladybank and I managed to get a voucher 2 for 1. Now if I hadn't had the 2 for 1 voucher, I wouldn't have played it. It was equivalent of 40 quid each. Beautiful course and everything, but when I look back at Castle Eden and I look at that, the maintenance and everything was exactly the same. It was very, very well maintained. Bunkers, everything was immaculate. It was immaculate there. And that was 25 quid. And Ladybank now, they're probably charging 100 quid a round. That's how good I rate Castle Eden. To me, if that was up in Scotland, that is 100 quid course. It's 100 quid course. And if it had a bit more distance to it, I think that could hold real top competitions, professional competitions, not like European Tour and stuff, not like that, but I'm talking Euro Pro Tour and stuff like that. If it just had that extra, 500 or 600 yards onto it, because from the back tees it was 6,280 odd yards or something. If you could just add an extra 500 or 600 yards onto it, that could have Euro Pro Tour events and everything. Even though it's just a par 70, it's more than capable of holding events like that, because it was a very, very tough course. It didn't like I say, I didn't lose any balls. It isn't that sort of course. It's not gonna make you lose balls. Right, I don't see any balls at all here. It's not gonna make you lose your ball or anything, but it's going, if you get out of position on that course, it'll challenge you. The shots you've got to play, it is difficult. Don't kid yourself. It's not easy. Right, I'm not seeing any ball because it's pitch black. It is pitch black, and I thought I hit it straight down the middle, to be honest. Oh, but I'm not. I'm in the bunker. I'm in the left bunker. Okay, I'll go all the way back here. What have I got roughly? 130, 140. Right, I'm going to take probably a 6-iron out and see if I can get it near the green. I'll just pop it here for you so you can see exactly where I'm at. You're on the last. But yeah, Castle Eden, brilliant course, absolutely brilliant. Honestly, you've got to play it. You're an idiot if you don't. But oh, it's right up. Okay, I'll try with a 7 then. I'm trying to get a bit high on it. In my opinion, if you don't, that is a very, very, very nice course. Right, here we go. Oh. Okay, golf friends, I've messed that up. I admit it. I've messed it up. But about the bunker, it's got. I've done a Phil Mickelson shot where it goes behind you out the bunker. I knew I was asking too much of myself, but I'm just experimenting. I mean, if that was a proper round, I'd probably go with a 9-iron, to be honest, and just get myself out and pitch on. But I thought, nah, I'm just experimenting tonight, give it a go, and duffed it up. But I'm out. I will go with the 9-iron. $138, yeah, that's about right. Here we go. It seems shorter as well, these clubs. I don't know if it's just me, but here we go. Where's that gone? I don't know. I think I've healed that a little bit. I think I've turned the club in my hand and I've healed it a little bit. I've definitely healed that. And I'm not sure where it's gone. And I think the trajectory is going to be low as well because I've healed it. I've got a slight slope down to the left, so that could have caused that as well for me to heal it. But I didn't like that. I didn't like how that came out. Could be anywhere because I didn't see it. It's pitch black. I would have liked to have seen it go dead straight, but it obviously hasn't. Yeah. And then, to be honest, the next day when I played Woodham, the holes that I did play, I was on a bit of a down after. I was going to be after Castle Eden. I found it very flat and boring Woodham. I mean, big bunkers and everything, but to be honest, big bunkers doesn't make it a good course. Newton Aycliffe, to call it a country club, that wasn't a country club. It was all right. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it wasn't totally manky like High Thornton. but it certainly wasn't. Yeah, I'm not seeing any balls. I'm going to go all the way around the green and have a look, but might be a lost ball, so I'm just not seeing it. It wasn't an absolute nightmare of a course in terms of high Thornton and everything, but it certainly didn't ooze quality, if you know what I mean. It didn't ooze quality. Right, I'm going all the way around here. I'm going to have a look for the ball. If I can't find it, I'm just oh, there it is, okay. It's on the left side. The one side I didn't thought it was going to be, it's on. Yeah, so yeah, it didn't ooze of quality. It's alright for a knockabout, but it didn't ooze of quality to me. There's the ball there, there's the hole. I'm just needing to pitch it on. So yeah, I wouldn't say avoid it at all costs, but I certainly wouldn't be making it a regular course. Might be better in the summer, like, it might be better playing it in the summer. Like I say, in the winter, all courses are on a downer, but I was expecting more than what I saw of it, to be honest. Stopped dead, didn't run. Okay, I've got that to finish off for a par. Sorry. I've taken these gloves. Yeah, they're not too bad for night golf actually. I think I see them better than the yellows for where it's absolutely pitch black. But in the evening, when it's still a bit light, I still think the yellows are better. Go on then, we'll go around to the first. A little bit daft trying to play the first in the pitch black, but I'm going to try and do it. So yeah, Woodham was a very, it was very flat and very featureless. It was, well, not featureless, but at the same time, nowhere near the standard of Castle Eden. Nowhere near. I tell you what, folks, in the northeast, Durham City might be up to scratch with it, but again, for price, Durham City, you're going to be paying 40 quid a round, 45 pound a round for the same sort of quality. And even Durham City now will probably be asking you to tee the ball up. I played there about 4 or 5 years ago, and they asked me to tee the ball up on the fairways with my dad and Chris, and who else was I playing with? It was Chris and, was it Dave? I think it was Dave. I think I was playing with Dave. Me, Dave, Chris and my dad. No, it would have been 6 years ago, about 6 years ago. And back then they asked us to tee the ball up off the fairways. Now, that to me wasn't on. They were asking me to do something that wasn't particularly on. It's hard to say what I prefer, a mat or teeing the ball up. I don't prefer any, to be honest. But when you're paying, we went round, I mean, back then, this was I think it was 30 quid a round for us, for both of us. For me and my dad, who worked about 30 quid a round, and to ask you in winter to tee the ball up like they did there, I didn't think that was on particularly. I didn't think it was on. Where's the tee markers here? I'm not seeing any tee markers. Are they up here? Is this it? Yeah, here we are. Here's the tee markers. They're both together, the women's and the gents. Yeah, and they were asking you to tee it up. I didn't feel like it was the same as, I mean, Billingham charging me 25 quid and they've not swept the leaves up. I mean, they were terrible conditions, to be honest. So I'm sorry to say to that pro, but I'm not joining Billingham. I gave it a go, mate. Hope you enjoy the course and everything. He said, what the hell am I doing? I've put a par 3 tee down. What the hell am I doing? And he said, oh, I hope you enjoy the course and everything, hopefully you're enjoying it. Well, I'm sorry to say it, mate, but if you cannot be bothered to sweep the leaves up and you cannot be bothered to have at least a clean fairway for us to bloody play me ball off, to find me balls, I'm sorry, mate, but the course ain't worth 25 quid. And it's very typical of all golfers, they'll just not play the course again. I'll not play the course again till the summer. Right, here we go. I will play it again in the summer to see what it's like in the summer, but I'm not going to go out my way to play it in the winter, put it that way. I sounded like I hit that alright, but I can't be certain. I don't know where it's got, it's pitch black. But I'm just doing it as a bit of fun now, and if it's lost I'll just walk up and go home. But yeah, you know what I mean, golf fans, when you pay 25 quid for a round of golf, you expect some sort of standard, and unfortunately Billingham didn't come up with that standard. And I don't know why it was busy. I don't know why people play it when you have to go off winter bats and everything. I don't know why they do it, but they do. But no, I mean, you've got to think hard in the winter, golf fans. You've got to think about it, because October's okay, but when you're coming into November, think about it. You've got November, December, January, February, and halfway through March to get through, right, of cold weather. So you've got to think about it. You've got to think about carefully. Do I want to pay 700 quid, 800 quid? I think Billingham's about 680 quid. Do I want to pay 680 quid on a golf course where 4 or 5 months of the year I'm not going to be happy teeing off mats and winter greens and all that? You've got to seriously think about it. Like Wynyard, for example, they do the best, but you're paying 1,200 quid. You get what you pay for. 700 quid for new members, so you're going to get what you pay for, basically. Castle Eden, I still haven't looked at the membership, but I reckon that's around about 800 quid. Now, if it's 800 quid, you're happy to pay that, because you know fine well coming into the winter, you're going to be getting summer tees, summer greens. You're going to be getting the best possible conditions in the middle of November, December to play golf in, so you can get out and you can play it in the winter. Billingham, when I was playing at Billingham, that was like, you wouldn't want to play it in the winter. The only thing you're going to do playing that course in the winter is annoying the hell out yourself. That's all you're going to do. You're going to put steam in your head and your ears. All you're going to do is frustrate yourself by playing that golf course, and that's all Billingham's good for, frustrating around a golf. Right, I'm not seeing me ball anywhere. I shouldn't play in the pitch black, you know. I really shouldn't be playing in the pitch black, because I don't know where my ball's at. Here it is. I don't know where the ball's at. I don't know where it's going. I don't know out. And now this is pitch black weather now. I was constantly one of the videos, he said, I was watching one of your videos at the finish, we couldn't even see you on the camera, it was so pitch black. That's what it's like now. Right, I'm just going to take a 7 and I'm just going to hit it down there. I'm not going to try and go for the green because I'm not going to be able to see how long is it? No, I can't reach the green anyway. It's 238 yards, too far away for me. I'm just going to try and sting it. I've topped it. So yeah, okay. We're not going to lose that ball. That's one good thing about it. We're not going to lose it because I've totally topped the hell out of it. But yeah, never mind. It'll scurry down there. But yeah, you've got to. See, I'm not used to having to make decisions like this because of winter golf and everything. But I've got to make decisions like if I'm paying 25 quid a round, am I really going to play a course where all that's going to do is bring me bloody moaning and frustration? No, I'm not. I'm not going to play a course like that. I don't know where the ball's at. You know what? I've completely lost the ball. Have I gone straight past it or what? Have I walked straight past my ball? Oh, here it is, here it is. I'm seeing it now. Yeah, you've got to think about it. You've got to have a very strong, hard think about it. If you go to pay that sort of money, 680 quid for golf, if you can't use the course 4 or 5 months of the year, and I keep going on about it, but it's the truth. I certainly wouldn't be paying it if that was the restrictions on me. 185 yards. That's because I've got it on the 10th. I've got it on the 10th. Maybe I could have gone for the green. 103. Okay. Going with a 52. I don't know where the flag's at. I'm just going to aim for where my lights are in the house. Couldn't tell you. Just going to hit it there and hopefully it'll roughly be on the green. Well, I heard a thump. Don't know where it's at. It's pitch black, but I did hear a thump. So it's all right. It's all right. It's not too bad. It isn't too bad. I heard a little thump. And hopefully it's on the green. Hopefully it's on the green. And then I'll go in the house. And to be fair, I still think the yellow balls are better. Orange balls, I will use them. I mean, I've bought them now. I'm going to have to use them, but I'm going to stick with the yellows and the greens, I think. I used to use orange at Newbiggin, you know. I used to use orange. It used to be all right because the sky was blue and everything, but they're not as easy to see, and the grass was a lot lighter, you see. It's a dark green here at Wynyard at the minute. It's a Parkland course. Oh, it's a good shot, John. Well done. But at Newbiggin, it's a lot lighter, the grass being a links course. I've got to get back to Newbiggin one day and play it. I'm a member there. I'm still in the hope that, you see, if I cancel my membership, they might give us the 200 quid rate again. But I like to keep them going. I haven't played there now 2.5 years, and it's too long. I've got to get back there and play there. Really good course, golf friends. It really is a good course. You've got to play it yourself. But yeah, it's a really good course. The first 6 holes around the water, around the sea. Short par 4s challenging, long par 4s challenging, par 5s you can drive in 2, par 5s that are long par 5, and you've got to accept it and think about it a little bit. Par 3, that, believe it or not, right, apart from maybe once, the 12th hole, it's called Pandemonium, a par 3, and it's up on a basin like that, and you've got a few bunkers round the front, but if you don't hit the green, you just run off. And I think all the times I've played Newbiggin, which is quite a lot, it would be a good 60, 70, 80 times. I've never once, apart from one time that I can think of, that I've actually hit a shot where it's ended up and stuck on the green. It's a little green, it's flat, like, in terms of long ways it's fine, but in terms of length it's very, very narrow. And you've got to be so accurate. It's about 100 and... From the yellows, it's about 172. I played it off the whites, it was about 194 yards. It's a long distance, and I've only ever, I think, got on the green once, maybe once or twice, and that's it. That's how hard it is. It's a really, really Pandemonium, it's called, and that's why it's called Pandemonium, because if you don't hit the green, it's the equivalent, it's the links equivalent of the King's Course, the Hot Girdle. It's not like that sort of big plateau. It's just like a little basin up and down and the side. But if you don't hit the green, it'll pitch back onto the green, and I don't think, apart from twice that I can think of, that I've been on the green any more times than that. Anyway, this is for birdie, believe it or not. Yeah. Well, never mind, it's a par, but to finish off. Okay, drove it well. I did top my 7-iron, to be fair, but I hit a decent gap wedge. I deserved a par really, but I mean the 7-iron was a duffer. It's just be good drive that did it. Anyway, that's the video for tonight done. Just to test out the winter gloves and to test out the orange balls. And I still think the yellows are alright. I mean, they're fine, but I still honestly think the yellow balls are the best policy here. I really think the yellow balls are going to be the best policy. Where's my keys at? I'm just happy that I got out and played a few holes after them infusions. They reckon if I'm going to get any side effects, they reckon they're going to happen 2 or 3 days after having the infusions. Now, right now, I'm not feeling much, apart from the same chronic stuff that I'm getting. I'm not feeling that much, to be honest. Which I don't know if it's good or if it's bad, but they reckon 2 or 3 days, if it hits me, that's going to hit me the second and third day. If I get through 2 and 3 days of it being injected into us, I should be okay. I should be okay. They started us on a lowish dose, and they do it over a longest period of time, but they pump it up and pump it up and pump it up each infusion until they're at the right level after 3 goes, and then it's a maintenance dose every 3 months. But like I say, every month, sorry. But like I say, I am not wanting this every month pumped into me. Not a cat in hell's chance am I wanting this every month. This unnatural steroid. And you know, when people like Geraldine, I don't want to make this come across in the wrong way, but she's around kids, right? COVID's still about. She's around kids. I have not had any injections, right? I want to make this clear to people. I have not had my first injection or second injection because the doctors advised me I've got so much inflammation as it is. Don't have any vaccines put into you. Don't have any, and it's not just COVID. It's the flu one, it's meningitis, it's everything. Don't get them done. And now when I go into the hospital, I sound like a right idiot. How old are you? 33. Have you had both the injections? Have you had both your COVID injections? No? Why? Why not? And that thick northeast accent, I said, why? Because the consultants have told me not to have it. Why did they tell you not to have it? Like, you're a fit, healthy young lad. Am I? Am I really? I haven't got a bloody clue. You're a fit, healthy young lad. You should be having your COVID injections. I don't know why the consultants won't let you have it. Yeah, all right. Well, you keep thinking that. You keep thinking that. Because, to be honest, I actually wanted them to be honest. I said, look, it's going to come a point I'm going to have these. No, John, it's too dangerous. What happens if you have a bad reaction off them? And you know, you see the contradiction in it, don't you? When today, oh, you can't have your COVID injections. Today I've had worse than that. Worse than the COVID injection. I've had a bloody powerful steroids pumped into my system, straight through my bloody vein and everything. That's going to be 5 times worth of the COVID injection, and it doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense, and unfortunately, that's the world we're living in. It just does not make sense. I don't know what the difference is between having the COVID injection, and I don't know what the difference is between pumping this huge bloody steroids in it. Yet I'm allowed to have the steroids, but I'm not allowed to have the vaccine. Here's my mum coming back from. Oh no, it's my sister. Oh no, it will be my mum as well. She'll probably be with my sister. Right. Okay. Well, I'll wait till I get back in the house, and I'll do a little review on the balls, but I won't do much. Okay. See you later, folks. Bye for now. This is John Golf Channel. See you later. Bye for now. Bye.